What do you make of that gravel graveyard? You going to join it?
I will be a participant and maybe sometimes a competitor. I did enjoy it. I got it. I got the vibe. That's a word that is commonly used in gravel. I think
and vibe are strongly used.
Yeah, I think I felt the spirit. I just wished I'd raced it a bit harder because everyone was like, "How are you going to do?" I'm like, "Look, this is my fifth. Like tomorrow's gravel race will be my fifth ever gravel ride." Which everyone was like, "Oh, right, an amateur." I was like, I did get round Strada Bianchi once quite well though, so and yeah, so zero expectation on myself, and I was like, I will be. My sort of line was, I will be a competitor until the point that I am a participant. And it was a 15-minute climb straight out the blocks, which when I'm full race fit is my worst nightmare. And so I was like, right, well, we'll see how this goes. So I got my elbows out off the start line, stayed in for like 7 minutes and then got piped out the back. 10 minutes at 400 watts, which I am not capable of doing at the moment. I am now, but I wasn't then. I'm getting fitter. And yeah, so then I just settled in. I was like, right, I'm just going to enjoy this 113 kilometre ride around unusually sunny Scottish countryside. And so I was filming for the YouTube channel. I stopped for 8 minutes to help Alistair Brownlee with a puncher. It was like tagging onto groups, letting groups go, chatting to people. Got to the finish, and yeah, didn't look at the results until the evening. And Nathan was like, "Oh, we'll see if you qualified for Worlds." I was like, "Yeah, I'm not." It was like, "Oh, you qualified because you were like 6th in your age category." I was like, "Cool." And I was like, "When I finished overall, they were like 41st." I was like, "How far off like the top 10?" They're like, "Oh, 11 minutes." I was like, "Oh,
you stopped for 8."
Yeah, I was like, I should have given it a good nudge. Probably could have cracked the top 10. And then I was like, "Oh, careful, Alex! You're starting to sound like you're getting the itch." So yeah, then we went home. It was a really fun weekend. Just that low pressure, and I think what I noticed is about the whole gravel scene is everyone says, "Oh, it's off road," and for me, I was like, off road means mountain biking, like gnarly and technical and whatnot. But I think in gravel, what it more means is you are off the road. I think that's probably a better definition of that. Those two words is not to put it in line with mountain biking, but actually just to say we're going for a bike ride that is not on the public highways.
Yeah, I think it's very dependent as well. I've noticed, I've kind of got into it the last year or so, and what country you're riding gravel in hugely dictates the terrain. Like over here in Ireland, you're getting a lot of club dudes, sportif dudes kind of catching the gravel bug because it's so hipster and trendy at the moment and everyone's buying gravel bikes. But the reality of owning a gravel bike over here is you're basically going up the side of a mountain and down the side of a mountain. So it's super steep climbs going up and super technical descents going down. And we don't have much else. But you look at Dirty Kansas and the people buying the bikes have this anticipation like, oh, it's flat prairies and meadows. Like we don't have that. Like we've cities, we've mountains. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, but Scotland, they had gravel. Like it was gravel. It was flat, well, fairly flat, rolling gravel roads. It was beautiful. Here in Essex, it's mud. Like, when gravel started, I was like, well, we don't have gravel here. Gravel is on people's driveways, and that is as far as it goes.
This was an extract from my podcast conversation with Mr. Alex Dowsett. If you want to check out the full podcast, you can click here. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel.